There we go. What's up, everybody? So, I haven't made a video in a while. I've been kind of focusing my energies to other places, more healthy things. Not that this isn't healthy, but trying to reduce the amount of energy that I put into anything regarding narcissism. Um, you know, it's been long enough for me studying and being a part of the forums and making videos and watching videos. It's kind of it's time for me to kind of step away and start to move forward from it. So I won't be making as many videos, but I still will make some when I have like cool little realizations or ideas or anything. Um, so one of the things I want to talk about today is basically narcissism versus Buddhist mentality, Buddhist philosophy. I don't call it religion. I think Buddhism is more of a philosophy. Um, with that being said, I've always been very, my style of living and my mentality has always been very aligned with Buddhism. Um, I've always been very easygoing and kind of very serene and peaceful for the most part. And I was watching a meditation video by Ajahn Brahm the other night, and he mentioned the Buddhist philosophy of don't live in the past, don't live in the present, live in the sorry, don't live in the past, don't live in the future, live in the present. And then it reminded me of a quote by Lao Tzu, which is, if you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. Now, that was really interesting to me. And it just suddenly had that epiphany that when I was with the narcissist, I never lived in the present. I was always living outside of it. So I was depressed because I was living in the past. Why was I living in the past? Well, all the gaslighting and the lies and the infidelity made me go into detective mode. And I was constantly, every day, constantly thinking about something that happened in the past. I'm like, well, that doesn't seem right. Well, that's a little bit off. Or I wonder what she meant by that. Or did she really see that guy? Did she really go to sleep or did she go to the bar? Number two, living in the future and being anxious. Always living in the future when I was with her. Constantly worried about the future. Walking on eggshells. Worried if I'm going to put the paper towel down wrong. Worried about if she says we're going to hang out Saturday, are we going to actually hang out Saturday, or is she going to go with some other guy? Or if she comes over, is she going to be a giant bitch? Am I going to get demeaned again? So anxious as hell when I was around her. Never, ever once in the entire history of that relationship was I able to just live in the present and be at peace. Now you could say, oh, well, Nick, that's your fault. Well, here's the interesting part. My entire life never was the type of person to worry too much about the past. Just really let stuff go. It already happened. There's nothing I can do about it. It's always how I was. Also, I was never a person to live overly obsessed with the future. I would plan things out and try to do what I could, but if they didn't happen, I wasn't too bad. I wasn't worried about it. It didn't faze me. I was never depressed or anxious before I met this individual. And it really hit me that is, I lived 26 years not worrying about the past or the future, and that is something she took away from me. There's no wonder I feel like I lost myself. I feel like I lost my peace. I mean, and if you look at your relationship with the narcissist in your life, whoever it may be, I can assure you, I actually, I put all my money on it. I don't have much, but I'll put it on it that you are constantly worried about the past and future when you are with that person. If you're not anymore, think back. If you are still with them, think about that now. I guarantee you, every night you go to bed, you're thinking about something that happened in the past. And every time they say something, you're worried about what's actually going to happen in the future. So it's kind of cool to me that that Buddhist philosophy was so on point, and it describes narcissism really well if you think about it on a deeper level. Um, and it pissed me off that that was something that was taken away from me. My carefree spirit was ripped to shreds. It's coming back now. I'm finally starting to like be excited about things in the future, looking forward to things. I'm not staying up all night, like, ruminating about what happened in the past. I mean, I can sleep again. It's pretty fucking badass. If anybody tries to take away their starts trying to take that away in the future, yeah, that's no go. Um, it was just a really interesting, epiphany moment there. That you know that I always had that feeling like, what is so different now? Why do I feel so different? And that was one of the big things, other than uh, degrading me and stuff, which made me feel like shit. But that was such a big thing, a big part of my life. That was kind of like my philosophy on life that was taken away. That's pretty messed up. So then there's another Buddhist story, which is the two monks down by the river, washing their robes and stuff, and one of the monks sees a scorpion in the water, so he scoops it up, starts to put it on land, and it stings him. Got stung. Then the scorpion goes back in the water. The same monk scoops back up, gets stung again as he's putting back on land. And the other monks look like, "What, are you fucking crazy?" And he goes, "It's in a scorpion's nature to sting." And then the monk that was picking the scorpion up replied, "Yes, but it's in my nature to save it." And I drew another huge correlation to narcissistic relationships. You know, you can't. A narcissist is the scorpion. You can't expect it to actually love or care. If you want to go get a pet that you want to cuddle with and love on, you get a cat or a dog. You don't go out and get a snake or scorpion or something dangerous. It's in a scorpion's nature to sting. No matter what you do, that scorpion will always sting you. And no matter what I do, I'm always going to love. But I can control who I love. So that was another really just cool correlation with it all. And this is why in my videos, I more and more preach this Buddhist mentality. Another video was 7 blind monks that were sent out to find an elephant and describe it. And, one of them was like, "Oh no, it's long and furry at the end. It's kind of like a snake because it only felt the tail." And then another one's like, "No, no, 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 no. It's like a tree trunk. It's big and fat and gets real big at the bottom because it only felt the one of the legs." And that goes through all the 7 monks, and then when they come back to their master and they try to explain what a elephant is, everyone's got a different story. But if you put all the stories together, it actually described an elephant. Um, that too reminded me of narcissistic relationships because it showed that inability to ever collaborate with them, their inability to communicate, their inability to you know to work together and see things how they really are. The narcissist would be the one that was swearing up and down that an elephant was a snake. And no matter how many times you try to put the other opinions in and show the full picture, it would never fucking happen. So those are 3 little Buddhist stories and side notes that I think are really cool. I'm more of a philosophical type of person, so I think maybe the philosophy stuff makes me think a little bit deeper about it rather than just naming what abuse is. Um, So, with all that being said, I would suggest checking out some of the Buddhist meditation and talk videos. My favorite's Ajahn Brahm. He's part of a channel, Buddhist Society of Western Australia on YouTube. They post like hour-long meditation videos and talks and stuff, and they're really, really, really good. So I'd suggest that if you are so inclined. But I guess that's about it for now. So I will see y'all later.